There exists, in the quiet folds of human experience, a woman who lives in mystery, a presence that cannot be measured, replaced, or fully understood. Her life is woven with threads of intuition, depth, and a resonance that lingers long after she has left a room. She is not defined by simple labels or roles, nor does she reveal herself in predictable patterns. Like a moonlit landscape, her essence is half seen, half imagined. Always inviting, never fully disclosed. She walks through the world with a softness that belies her strength. People notice her, but few truly know her. There's something in the way she listens, in the way her eyes seem to hold stories untold, chapters unopened, mysteries untouched by time. To encounter her is to sense the presence of something ancient and new, a paradox that both comforts and provokes curiosity. She does not clamor for attention, yet she claims it effortlessly. Her silence is potent, her words measured. She speaks not to fill the air, but to offer a glimpse into her inner world. Those who cross her path often feel a subtle shift within themselves. They are drawn to her not for what she gives in concrete terms, but for the questions she inspires. Who is she? What does she see that others do not? She is the keeper of secrets, the guardian of dreams, the muse for those who yearn to touch the edges of possibility. Her presence is a catalyst, an invitation to look deeper, to question more, to seek the unseen. In her mystery, she holds space for wonder, and in her wonder, she becomes irreplaceable. There is a quiet rebellion in the way she lives. She does not conform to society's demands for clarity or transparency. Her boundaries are fluid, sometimes near, sometimes distant, and always respected by those who sense their necessity. She knows the value of her interior world, and she protects it with grace. Yet she is not aloof. She connects, intensely, authentically, but never fully surrenders her mystery. To love her is to accept that some part of her will always remain beyond reach, a sacred terrain that only she may traverse. She is often misunderstood, sometimes feared, yet always remembered. Her relationships are marked by intensity and transformation. She does not settle for shallow encounters or transactional exchanges. She seeks resonance, depth, and meaning, unafraid to walk away from what does not nourish her soul. Those who attempt to possess her soon learn that she cannot be contained or owned. She is like water, essential, elusive, shaping and shaped by the vessel in which she finds herself, but never losing her true nature. In times of crisis, she is a steady force. Her wisdom is rooted in experience, intuition, and a profound understanding of the human psyche. She listens not only to words but to silences, not only to actions but to intentions. She sees beyond the surface, sensing the currents that move beneath. Her advice is rarely direct. Instead, she offers parables, questions, and reflections. She teaches not by instruction, but by example. Living her truth, honoring her complexity, her mystery is her power. In a world obsessed with exposure and explanation, she chooses to remain partly veiled, inviting others to respect the sanctity of the unknown. She knows that not everything is meant to be revealed, that some mysteries are best left unsolved. In doing so, she creates space for imagination, for longing, for growth. She is the antidote to superficiality, a reminder that depth is essential, that the soul thrives in shadow as much as in light. Those who try to replace her soon realize their error. There is no substitute for authenticity, for the richness that comes from embracing one's inner world. She cannot be mimicked or replicated, for her mystery is not an act, but a way of being. She is rare in a culture that prizes certainty and clarity. She is the wild card, the unexpected turn, the unscripted moment. Her unpredictability is not chaos, but a higher order, one that honors the complexity of existence. She is the woman who inspires poems and dreams, who leaves an imprint on every heart she touches. When she is gone, her absence is felt not as a void, but as a presence, a lingering question, a haunting melody, a memory that refuses to fade. She is the muse for artists, the enigma for philosophers, the challenge for lovers. Her legacy is not in what she leaves behind, but in the transformation she sparks within those who meet her. Her journey is inward as much as outward. She spends time alone, cultivating the garden of her soul. She is comfortable in solitude, unafraid of the quiet that others flee. In her aloneness, she finds clarity, strength, and renewal. She reads, she writes, she dreams. She explores the landscapes of her mind, mapping the contours of her hopes and fears. Her solitude is not isolation, but communion, with herself, with the universe, with the mysteries that shape her. She is sensitive to the rhythms of life, attuned to cycles, seasons, and subtle changes. She feels the pulse of nature, the ebb and flow of emotion, the shifting tides of circumstance. She navigates uncertainty with grace, trusting her intuition to guide her. She is not easily shaken, for her roots run deep. She knows that life is not always linear, that some answers must be waited for, that some questions are more valuable than solutions. She is generous with her presence, yet careful with her energy. She gives freely to those who respect her boundaries, offering encouragement, insight, and support. She is the friend who listens without judgment, the confidant who honors secrets, the ally who stands firm in adversity. Yet, she does not give herself away recklessly. She knows the cost of self-betrayal, and she guards against it. Her loyalty is fierce, her love profound, but always governed by a respect for her own soul. She is often called mysterious, but for her, mystery is not concealment, it is revelation. It is the recognition that the deepest truths are not easily spoken, that the soul's language is subtle and nuanced. She communicates through gesture, glance, and silence, trusting those who hear with their hearts. She is a mirror, reflecting the depths within others, encouraging them to discover their own mysteries. In her company, people find permission to be complex, to be whole, to be real. She is not afraid of darkness. She has walked through shadows, faced her fears, and emerged stronger. She knows that pain is a teacher, that suffering can be transformed into wisdom. She does not shy away from difficult conversations or uncomfortable truths. She faces reality with courage, seeking meaning in every experience. Her resilience is born of struggle, her compassion shaped by empathy. She has learned to hold space for her own wounds, and in doing so, she holds space for others. She does not announce her achievements, nor does she seek validation. Her worth is intrinsic, her confidence quiet. She celebrates her victories in private, savoring the satisfaction that comes from growth and self-discovery. She is proud of who she is, but never boastful. Her humility is sincere, her gratitude genuine. She honors the journey, knowing that every step, every mistake, every triumph has shaped her. In love, she is both passionate and discerning. She gives herself fully, yet never loses herself. She seeks partners who value depth, who are willing to explore the unknown with her. She is not interested in superficial attraction or fleeting romance. She desires connection, mind, body, and soul. She is loyal, but never possessive. She understands that true love is spacious, that it allows for freedom and individuality. She celebrates the uniqueness of those she loves, encouraging them to grow, to dream, to evolve. She is drawn to beauty, but not the kind that fades. She appreciates art, music, literature, and nature. She finds meaning in the ordinary, sunlight on water, the scent of rain, the sound of laughter. Her senses are awake, her heart open. She finds joy in creation, in expression, in discovery. She is inspired by the world, yet never overwhelmed by it. She knows how to retreat, how to recharge, how to protect her spirit. Her mystery is not a wall, but a gateway. It invites others to explore, to wonder, to seek. She is not hiding, she is revealing, but only to those who are ready to understand. Her layers are many, her depths profound. She is a lifelong learner, always curious, always evolving. She is unafraid to change, to adapt, to reinvent herself. She embraces growth, knowing that the journey is never finished. She is wise beyond her years, yet always youthful in spirit. She laughs easily, loves deeply, and dreams boldly. She is playful, mischievous, and unpredictable. She surprises those who think they know her, reminding them that mystery is an endless well. She is not defined by her past, nor limited by others' expectations. She is free, unbound, untamed, and unforgettable. Her story is not written in bold headlines, but in the quiet moments that shape a life. She is the woman who changes the energy of a room, who inspires reflection, who encourages transformation. She is the friend who stays when things get hard, the lover who sees beyond the surface, the mentor who leads by example. Her influence is subtle, yet profound. She does not seek to control, but to empower. She is courageous, willing to stand alone when necessary. She does not compromise her values for approval or acceptance. She speaks her truth, even when her voice trembles. She stands up for what she believes in, advocating for justice, compassion, and authenticity. She is a force for good, quietly shaping the world around her. Her impact is lasting, her legacy enduring. Those who try to replace her soon realize the futility of their efforts. She is unique, irreplaceable, and unforgettable. Her mystery is her signature, her gift to the world. She is a reminder that depth matters, that the soul is vast, that life is meant to be explored. She teaches others to honor their own mysteries, to embrace their complexities, to live authentically. She is the woman who lives in mystery, a beacon in a world that fears the unknown. She is a sanctuary for those who seek meaning, a guide for those who long to understand themselves. Her life is a testament to the power of embracing the unseen, of honoring the sacred, of living with integrity. She is not easily understood, nor is she meant to be. Her gift is her presence, her mystery, her depth. She walks gently through the world, leaving footprints that others follow. She is the inspiration for dreams, the spark for creativity, the balm for wounded hearts. She does not rush, nor does she force. She trusts the unfolding of life, believing that everything has its time. She is patient, resilient, and wise. Her mystery is not a mask, but a truth. It is the recognition that the soul is infinite, that existence cannot be fully explained. She honors the unknown, celebrating the magic of possibility. She is open to wonder, to awe, to surprise. She encourages others to question, to seek, to dream. She is the woman who cannot be replaced, for what she offers is not a role, but a presence. She is irreplaceable because she is herself, authentic, whole, and mysterious. Her legacy is not in what she does, but in who she is. In every encounter, she leaves a mark, a question, a memory, a possibility. She is the muse for those who dare to dream, the guide for those who seek meaning, the friend for those who value depth. Her mystery is her blessing, her challenge, her gift. She is the woman who lives in mystery, and in doing so, she invites the world to embrace its own unknowns. She is a reminder that life is not meant to be fully understood, that the greatest treasures are found in the depths. She is irreplaceable, unforgettable, and essential, a living testament to the power of mystery. She moves through life with grace, with courage, with wisdom. She is unafraid to be different, to stand apart, to forge her own path. She knows that her mystery is her strength, that her depth is her power. She celebrates her uniqueness, honoring the complexity of her soul. She is the woman who cannot be replaced, for she is the embodiment of mystery, a force that transforms, inspires, and endures. Her story is not finished, her journey not complete. She continues to evolve, to grow, to deepen. She is the living proof that mystery is not something to be feared, but something to be cherished. Her life is a poem, a dance, a journey. She is the invitation to wonder, the challenge to seek, the permission to be whole. She is the woman who lives in mystery, and in her mystery, she is never replaced.